I'm Sass TV. My name is Belinda Bass, and this is what's going on for you for the next 5 months. Ooh. Crumbs full of my nose, full of double the reading. I feel like you're letting something go. You're going back and forth with a situation, but you know you want change in something. You're gonna be redirecting. You're gonna be talking to someone. You're gonna be talking to somebody that you ended something with. You guys are having conversations. I feel like your energy has changed. I feel like maybe in your cards it looks down, like you've been crying, and then now you're coming over it. Okay, feeling inner sadnesses. There's some type of pop up job thing that's coming up, but you're still feeling bad about something. You feel like you're not being invited to something, or you feel like you're not a part of something for some reason. Maybe at this time walking away from a property matter, or maybe getting out a little bit more, or there could be some type of side money that you are making that you don't want anyone to know about. I do see here that you're thinking about somebody. You're thinking about somebody you cut ties with. Someone's coming back. Somebody's coming back. And let me tell you something. You're trying to see if somebody is married. If you want to see if they told you that that they stopped dating somebody 3 months ago and they trying to come back and you're trying to see the truth, that's what happened. They did. They did tell them that. Okay, this is what's going on in the second time frame. And in the second time frame, money is going to make a. You may be walking out of a job to get another job, but you're not going to tell nobody. But maybe that's what it is. You have a lot of endings. You're doing a lot of things in secrecy at this time because you have plans for your life. You are feeling bad because somebody didn't invite you into something, or they went back to something that was more comfortable for them. You just got your eyes on what you're gonna do. There's something in the making here for you. I need you to be patient with things that you are seeing. Okay. You're putting something to the past that's not suiting you. And when I say suiting you, you don't do it no more. You wasn't really into it anyway. Your judgments are gonna change here too. You're gonna be talking to this person that you ended things with. Something with property matters keep coming up for you for 2 months in a row, okay? You just mad about how something ended. You mad about how something ended. I see another person in your cards too. They they don't seem to be your type. They dress very nice. In your third month. Okay, and this is what's going on in your third month. In your third month, you're thinking about something that you want to continue to do. You and your feelings about a situation. Career, you're going to an authority figure position in this time frame. I don't see you moving. Somebody is not trying to get. Mm-mm. If you're wondering if somebody's gonna be coming back your way, well, they have to end something first. Okay. There's something going on with your property again. Arguing about something. There's some changes coming in. Don't not take any income. Something's coming in that it may get neglected or ended when it comes to some type of loan or something. Somebody is coming back, but you don't like them. It's a person that's really not in your. I don't really like them anyway. They're not serious. This other person is still. There was a lot going on. There was a lot going on. It's not that it's stagnant. They have to end something that looks like a relationship. Mm-hmm. They may pop up and come see you. They may pop up and come see you on a surprise. And it could be, and if you come home and you see a note on your door, it's because when you left, they showed up right when you left. Okay? Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Somebody keeps showing up in your cards that you just don't like. They keep popping up and popping up and popping up. Girl, please, they are really trying. They are thirsty for your attention, but this ain't the one you want. Property matters. The whatever is going on with property matters was outside of your property. Now it's inside of your property. If you feel like somebody is around that's giving you some type of jealousy around you, it is there. You may up and quit a job, but I see some money coming your way. Mm-hmm. There's, you're not gonna be bothered with this other person that you want to be with. It's gonna wear off. Whatever y'all had, it's just gonna wear off from nowhere. This job is gonna make you very. It's just going to wear off. It's gonna wear off. You're gonna decide to end it. These feelings. Okay. Okay, I'm finna do this because the battery low. I do not like talking under that thing. Because I think you got a series, a correlation thing. So I think that you're patiently waiting for somebody to go back, but whoever this is that you thought was going back was really ending the relationship. This person, if he does come back, it will be in a different way. This person is just sitting there, girl, looking stupid. This other one, it just seems a little bit too childish for me. You don't like him. You don't like him. He talked too much and he's too jealous. And work is more important than the other dude. The one that you was talking to, he's gonna come to a crash and you won't hear from him. He's gonna come to a crash and burn and you won't hear from him at all. Something that has to do with money is going to be ending for you too. Please take care of these property matters. It's really strong in your cards. Let me see how much juice I got. Okay, it's 20%. Okay. Okay, so this is what's going on for the next one. Okay, and for the next one, yeah, you're gonna be coming away from messaging this person, period. Something you lost with money with this individual too. You're gonna end it and end it, end it and end it. You're gonna be finding out some news too, about this individual. You just keep waiting to hear some news about this situation for some reason between them and somebody else. You're gonna get back to whatever this was that you was doing at home. I think once things start breaking down for you in that relationship, you stop something. You're gonna get back on the boot with something. Your energy rush back up. When you let whatever this is go, things started coming back in for you. Start feeling better. You know, the changes, you really gonna be thinking about how you let this person go. Please do not date the other one. When this authority figure is gonna, please do not date the other one. Please just let him go too. Skedaddle. He's just don't take him because he's around and being loyal. It's not going. These two is out the picture. Period. One's gonna leave by default. You just gonna start getting into something else. It's eventually gonna fade, and then you're gonna get to the point where you're not gonna even talk to them anymore. This other one was popping in from time to time. Ugh, girl, he just kind of was. He's holla. If you want to, you can, but it's not any happiness with the one with the curly hair. The authority figure is going to crash and burn 2 times, and you're going to get tired. You're going to be gone, whatever's going on with that. If you think they're in a relationship, there's something going on with their ending it. And whenever you get to the point where they want to end it, they're going to crash. And you won't hear from them. By that time, you're over it. Okay, so we're going to do a series for you, okay? I said I was going to do one. We got to do it fast. And this is a placement, okay? This is a placement. I wouldn't like the placement. I may have to put a thing on this. Is a placement. Oh, let me get my pen. So, this is a placement. This is what you need. Placement because your emotions are really not all over the place. You just don't want to make a decision. So, in your placement, we have character. Something with character you're not paying attention to. Character. Communication. Okay, so I want you to write right here, character and communication. These are the 2 major things in your cards that you're getting mixed. Forget the personality. The character and the communication is the worst here. Okay, so here, okay, then you don't have much, and then we're going to cross it right here, and I want to talk to you about retaliation. Retaliation. I have retaliation here. Y'all probably spelled that wrong. I have retaliation, and I have this retaliation and repetitive is the same thing. It's in the same class. Okay, so we have up here character and communication. We have retaliation and we have repetitive. Retaliation and repetitive is the same energy. It's just how you think about it. Some people retaliate as an offset, and then some people do repetitive things as a offset to not dealing with communications and not wanting to make decisions and stuff, or they use that to block them from making decisions. And I want you to put on top of retaliation and repetitive blockages. And at the top of here, I want you to put the mishaps. Okay, yeah, I don't know how that popped up on here. I want you to put mishaps. I want you to put character communication, and I want you to put blockages, retaliation, and repetitive. Okay, and I want you to work on what you see for yourself, and that's gonna go under mishaps. Seeing yourself productive. I don't have that in your cards at all for you. It's not it's like you don't want to bring that. Okay, so what else we have here? Okay, so what I want to put under blockages is you have this thing, and it goes under repetitive. Under repetitive, you have this thing you do. You know, when I said the repetitive, the retaliation, repetitive, it's the same thing. You have this thing, like when things go on, you get into this repetitive thing that you do. You may overspend. That's what you may overspend. You may start communicating different. So we want to put that under repetitive. You want to put income versus outcome. Okay. It's not obsessive. It's a counterplay. You don't have to deal with stuff. You have something for everything in here. Your mind is so set on blockages. Every time you can't push through because you have these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things that you have set up in your mind for years. So when those certain areas come up, that's why you can't break through with them, because you have your mind set up in those areas. You have built it. You have built your mind that way. Leave relationships alone. There's no way. Also here, processing. I want you to equals retaliation to processing. How you process stuff. Now, processing. We want to talk about the character buildings in your cards. You have to use your self-awareness with these two individuals. You're not going to be with any one of them anyway. But just for the next time, this is what I want you to do. This is the mishaps. And the mishaps, I want you to put down the character. In here, I want you to put down currently the character of the individuals or the individuals we're talking about. Your form of communication with them. Because you're shy, first of all, I can tell in these cards, and you don't say everything you feel. You talk, and cut it off. You talk. You don't say what you feel. You don't give the full. You just hoping somebody's going to figure it out. So that's why I have this character thing. You're not giving all. So you're limiting yourself by not speaking up. I'm not going to put shy there. I need you to open up so you can get to the bottom of things, so you don't have to go back to what did I miss. When you go to what did I miss? It's the character. It's the character because you didn't communicate fully. When you're shy like that, some people that are shy, they have a low self-esteem, not because of that, because they've always been shy. Okay, it's just something of the world. You have to work on your communication, and you have to see yourself productive. That comes from this shyness, this low self-esteem, because maybe you've been a little bit standoffish. Maybe you haven't always been a part of every group. Maybe you have really been a shy person. You have to work on seeing yourself productive. You have good cards, but I would love to see you shine brighter. I would love to see you shine brighter. In these cards, you need to go after better employment. I do see you being the lead of something, or the supervisor or the head person in something. I do feel that there is something else out there that pays more than that, and you have 2 months on that, okay? So you have to see yourself productive. You can't, just because you don't have the education, just because you think you don't have that comes under self-esteem. apply for whatever you want to apply for, and you have to pray and ask God about it, and He'll deliver that, okay? Don't let that change these things. You fix these things before you go after this ultimate position, because you're going to get to where you don't want to work where you are currently, okay? Because you don't see yourself productive. Instead of quitting it, it does say you're going to walk off, okay? So we're going to talk about your blockages, the things that's making your relationships seem like they're the same ones, or everybody leaves at the same time, or something. What did I miss? What did I miss again? So in this area, we have your retaliation. In your retaliation, it's the same thing as repetitive, doing something over and again. Even if it's retaliation, it ends up being processing for you. How you process the relationships goes back to your communication box, okay? It's just $5, so I can't get deep, okay? And then with you having to process and not know, with you having to process and not really know how to own this, it leaks down to the bottom thing. The one bottom thing you want to improve the most, and that is your income. You cannot mix these two. These are two different things. This is your love life, and this is your everyday thinking. This is where you need to improve on your love life. This takes time. This takes living. This takes learning, because your communication is shut. You have so many walls set up that you have lived by that are keeping you behind. You have the wall. You have the wall of retaliation, which is the same as repetitive. The way you process things, the reason why you process things like that and you end up with that repetitiveness, because they're the same thing. You're not clearing yourself out, you're just processing it back to the other word. You already did the retaliation. Now from the process to the repetitive, it's the same thing. So that's why it's not getting anywhere, because you keep circling around the same thing. You're fooling yourself, okay? And it drops down to income versus outcome. That goes right back up to seeing yourself productive and your communication. You have to open up. You have to get that communication going, so you can feel like you can run with that communication. I can do a better job. I can go for more pay. I can think better of myself. Goes back to that shyness. So you have to write things in here. And these all should be negative too. These are all the things that are keeping you from the income being income instead of income being outcome, okay? This is your love life. There's nothing you can do about it. I just want you to write down the things that you see in the relationships about their character and your character versus theirs. I want you to be honest with yourself about the way this is you, huh? The top is them. How you communicated with them. And with communicating with them, how do you see yourself productive after? Because these people are not going to be around. How do you see yourself being productive after? I do see a rise in money, but not the rise I want out of you. I want you to take it to the top. I don't want you to take it to the middle. The middle ain't good enough for me. The middle ain't good enough for you. Let's fix these things in your thinking. I can, I will, I must, I gotta have it. Right now you at, maybe. I take that little $12. Seeing yourself productive. That goes under pay per hour. That goes under what type of position. That goes under higher learning. If you know what I'm taking, if you know where I'm taking you. So this is the chart. This is your chart, and I want you to work on this chart. And I want you to. This is you. I want you to put this together, and I want this to help you. You're not bad. You didn't know. This is what's keeping you dating the same man. This is what's keeping you the same money per hour. These are the reasons why you don't see yourself productive. You're a good person. I know you think you see yourself productive, but I'm here to tell you by this, these are the things that are holding you back. I gave you the rules to the game. You fix this, your better day will be here in 24/47. I guarantee it. Everything to do with your shyness, everything to do with your communication, everything to do with how you see yourself. If I was you, this is cool. Get to this. Work on it, incorporate it, see it, be it, eat it. Mediocre ain't enough. I want you to get up there. I want you to get up there, because you can do it. This is not lazy. I know lazy when I say this is because I feel like I cannot do better, because other areas seem like they're doing. It's like all these situations around me are doing the same thing. It's because you're doing it. You've created it, mama. That's why I say you have to train your mind to win. Higher thinking, higher thinking. You're supposed to always higher. You always be in your higher thinking when you are at your lowest, because that's what God will always push you higher. You got to know the rules of the game in order to maintain. These are the rules to your game. You ace this. This right here is broke. Remember, you created it, but you didn't know it. Okay? So I want you to replace. I want you, once you get a note of this, and you start seeing things get better, I want you not to forget this. I want you to use this with every trial and error. I want you to get into something repetitive. Because there's a lot of things in here that you would like to do that you're doing on your own. If it's not supported by what you believe in, you're going to always struggle with it. Boom, lay it dormant, work on these. Let this be your fast and get into this. Get into this. And those, once you start really getting into it and really doing your own, I just gave you something to work with. You can get your the board with dry erase, and every day, try to work on it with a little exercise, proper eating, better communication, change of attitudes, letting pettiness go. I'm trying to tell you this works with the right exercise and the right foods and a positive mind frame, and getting those people out of your life that's not going to help support your personal change. Because after all, Mama Sita, it is up to you. If you want it, here it is. This is going to break. This warp. It's all in your hair. It's all in your fingernails. It's every time you look at it, it's there. A routine way of life that you created. You have to retrain your mind to win, and this is going to help you. My name is Berlin Bass. God bless you, and I know this is going to help. Your cards are mediocre, and that's good because you are living. But your thirst and what you're grabbing for is more. I want more. I want more. That's what I'm saying. I want more out of my life. I want to pour in. I want that. But see, you have to see yourself as, I can tell you all day. You have to see yourself as a better communicator. You have to see yourself as being productive. You have to see yourself income versus income, not income versus outcome. Income versus outcome is your repetitive, your retaliation, the way you process it. I'm processing it, and that's what's gonna happen. You created these things for you, but you didn't know it. I'm gonna help you break it. I'm gonna help you break those spirits, those nasty energies from being heard from a long life of outs. Almost like a long life of outs. Everybody has it, but you have it very strong, and I want to help you. I've done this for many years. I charge very expensive for this. I've never brought it to YouTube, and I'm gonna bring it because this is my last year. I want you to get a hold of this, and I want you to fix it. I want income versus income. I want more money coming in. I want your communication to be all about how to better make yourself productive. Go after better jobs. Do whatever you have to do to be productive. As you do it, I want you to raise your self-esteem. And as you raise your self-esteem, I want you to pick and choose the people you bring into your life. That falls under character. Know yourself. And then you can go greet yourself, if you feel me. Know yourself and you can greet yourself. Meaning, like, if you know you won't let nobody else come in that ain't like you, but you have to build yourself. The retaliation and the repetitive has the way you process stuff, that got to be broke. You losing money in that. You process it only mediocre and you don't even know it. The devil is a liar. This is your placement. God bless you.